Okay, I've been thinking I'm going to get rid of the trees. I just, because that's, I don't know, I think I'm going to get rid of the trees, maybe just to here, and just because that will give that expanse. And then I'll decide which trees I'm going to bring into the foreground. So that's my big decision. So I forgot to turn the bloody tape on. But anyway, so what I did is I've just blocked out those strong greens that were going through there. And with the spatula, getting this nice empty space. And my other work's not wasted. Nothing's ever wasted because the lovely touches are coming through and it makes it a lot more interesting. Look, see? Now the composition's getting more interesting. So I want to really make a focus here, and the riverbed might be coming up here, but yeah, I want to keep it so that it's quite, you've got the busy area, things happening, and then the quiet area, and it also gives it the sense of perspective going back. I really want to keep it in the pinks and things and not go muddy, but I'm really liking sections of it, and I'm thinking now the sky is too blah, so it might come in with a brighter blue, a lighter blue, and that then will bring in another horizon, another landscapey thing. So this is how it all works, you know, you get inspired, you start drawing, and then you might end up on a different track altogether and a different painting and a different everything, but you have to start. So you draw your picture and you get all enthusiastic, and I'm still loving this sort of organic bit thing happening here. But yeah, what am I thinking about? What do I want it to look like? I still am doing a solo, so I want a body of work so it all hangs together, not that it looks like some sort of mad woman who's doing this stupid bloody exhibition. So I really still need it to hang together as a body of work. And because I've been to the Flinders and Uluru, I wanted to have a look at body. I'd like that to be the predominant theme. So I'm just going to keep going and see what the painting does start to talk to you after a while. It's very weird, but it does. And it's telling me to put a bit of pink there. So there you go. Just like that. So I've decided I'm going to paint the top. So I've looked at a couple of blues, but what I like is the phthalo blue with a lot of white. So I'm just going to come in here and do this before I continue with the next bit. Okay, I think that's a lot better. Lots of yummy colours and being able to see through. So if you look here, I'll do a better close up with the camera, but see how you've got the depth here. It's hard with the shadow, but so yeah, this is just the colour mixing. Spatula, leaving sections. This will become really close in your face, close up riverbed. And then I'm thinking I'm going to put this tree, I quite like that, take out the big fat ugly tart in the picture, but you see here, this is where it gets interesting. See here, you've got the background, you've got this tree coming down also from the top, you've got this one coming out here, and then you've got these really nice shadows, and then you get this foreground. And so this is how it evolves. It actually starts from one thought to, oh, okay, I can see it happening. All right, what do I want to say? Do I want these big, great trees in the front? Well, you might. I think there's some beautiful paintings with big, fat, great trees, and that gives it really oomph, but I don't. I'd be really struggling with that and right now, and I want it to look, I'm going to have a time frame, but also I don't want to look like a dick in front of you guys. So anyway, so I'm thinking I might put this particular tree in, and this one, and then put that in, and then really concentrate on the foreground and leave the background. Once, you know, I think that's a bit too dominant, I might put a line in there, but make that a bit interesting, bit more trees coming in over the top. But other than that, yeah, I'm really liking it. Colour palette does make a difference, but see, having that background behind, it does help, right? Don't, unless you want a white background like what I've been doing with my other paintings, and then keep it really clean and white, which I do 20 coats of white paint to get that. Paint colour background, get it so you can scratch back to it. You're already one layer in and you're on top of it. You probably think I've stuffed it up now because now it's pretty boring, or maybe you like that, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is refine it again. So I'm going to draw back with my book, and I'm going to decide on, get more meat and potatoes. Now I'm thinking a lot of you would have liked that yummy stuff at the bottom. Sure, in the past I probably would have done that. I would have probably then torn up collage papers and then created all that, but I don't do that anymore. So it's really hard to show that when I'm not doing it, and I actually need my new looking stuff for my show. So why am I showing you my stuff? I don't know, because I'm a really, really nice person. So this is, I'm going to just come in now. I'll either use a Conti or a charcoal or whatever, and I'm just going to find which pieces that I'm going to really bring up, and which one's going to go back, and which ones to focus on, and to get the painting back together, how it was. Not how it was, but to find form again. And that's why you look at the books and you think about how you're going to process it, what comes forward, what goes back, what's important, what's not. Do I like the colour? No, I like it. I'm quite happy. It's soft. Is it saleable? Because if you're putting a solo show together, you actually not only want to look great, you actually want to sell the stuff, right? So that's not being stupid here. That's always a bonus. You know, you're imagining, would someone like this in their home? Would they like it on their mantelpiece, above their fireplace, over the bed, whatever? And are you still integrity as a person, showing your best work as you go forward? I'd like to think so. Okay, so what do you think? Different to what I usually do, but I do like the fact I keep referring to the book and different pages of the book, but I've got the foreground and then going off to these smaller ones, okay? It's good that it dries quickly, but it also dries a bit flat, but I'm quite happy. And now I'm going to think, how am I happy with this section? I really loved it. Now I don't like it. So I don't like this colour here. So I might simplify it and keep that area there, which is quite nice, but I've already made this quite different with a pale pink and then scratching back, and then I might carry that pink through, or I might make a darker green, and then that means the trees will pop, but then that's a bit predictable. Now the thing is about these trees, you just use the side of a brush is good. Organic, I mean, I tend to do a straight line, look at that bloody hell. So I'm going to have to come over and put a leaf over the top. But anyway, also, you know, the trouble is I don't usually do charcoal. I did it for you. And then what happens is then I've got bloody charcoal everywhere. So anyway, that'll give you an idea. It's looking quite good. I like how I see these as just the shadows that were on in the photo, and then the dry brush going over the top. So this will be quite interesting here, the foreground. So foreground, middle ground, and the background. So I'll keep playing and see what happens.